This was Alexander the Great, the mighty conqueror of the world, riding into battle alongside his soldiers. Behind him, the warriors shouted with passion and pride, as the enemy began to retreat. Alexander raised his sword high and signaled victory. The enemy troops fled in fear, dust and sunlight filled the battlefield. The vast battleground, glowing under the rays of the sun, looked like a portrait of triumph. On Alexander's face shone determination and courage, the true mark of the man who conquered the world. But time changed its course. Alexander fell ill and lay weak inside his royal tent. Around him stood his soldiers and physicians, filled with worry. His trembling hand rested weakly on the bed. The dim light inside the tent revealed his exhaustion. Silence filled the air. His soldiers watched him anxiously, concern filled every heart. Even in his tired eyes, there was still a glimmer of wisdom and strength. One day, he called his soldiers and began to speak his final words. He raised his hand slightly and looked at his generals. He said, "When I die, carry my body in a coffin through the streets, but let my hands hang outside." The soldiers were shocked and puzzled. Alexander smiled faintly and looked at them all. In his eyes was peace and wisdom, the mark of a true conqueror. The soldiers looked at one another in silence and awe. Then Alexander whispered, "Let the world see that the man who conquered it all leaves empty-handed." The generals and soldiers stood in silence, the weight of his words filled the air. On every face appeared sorrow and respect, every heart absorbed the lesson. Inside the tent, a calm and serious silence spread. On Alexander's face, there was courage and peace, a final lesson to the world. Then came his last journey, the coffin was lifted, his hands visible to all. The soldiers carried it through the streets, people wept as they watched. Everywhere there was grief and reverence, the golden light of sunset made the moment even more emotional. The coffin moved slowly forward, each step telling a story of wisdom and humility. The sun began to set, its golden light mixing with the dust, creating a scene of peace and stillness. From afar, the soldiers and coffin moved on, as if the message was being carried to every corner of the world. Alexander's empty armor and sword were placed upon a stone, a symbol of what remained. A white dove flew into the sky, a sign of peace and eternity. The sword and armor glistened in the golden light of the setting sun, a moment to be remembered forever. The camera slowly pulled back, showing the entire landscape, calm, silent, and full of meaning. The battlefield and the city faded under the orange glow of dusk, peace and reverence filled the air. Darkness fell, gentle music played, and the story came to an end. For true victory lies not in conquering lands, but in kindness, humanity, and good deeds.